The Olympics represent the pinnacle of human achievement, manifesting the values of unity, excellence, and international cooperation. The Olympic brand represents the power of sport to transcend borders, celebrate diverse cultures, and inspire the world through a shared pursuit of greatness and mutual respect. So, why then does modern Olympic branding suck? Let's do a deep dive into the complicated world of Olympic branding, discuss its origins, where it goes wrong, and because I'm a helpful guy, share some advice for making sure the branding for the next Olympics isn't an international embarrassment. But first, did you know that the iconic Olympic rings were designed by Pierre de Coubertin in 1913 to symbolize the union of the 5 inhabited continents and the meeting of athletes from around the world at the Olympic Games? Great source material. Let's watch it all go wrong. Baron de Coubertin was a French historian and co-founder of the International Olympic Committee, as well as its second president. He is known as the father of the modern Olympic Games. And the Baron had a vision for the Olympic flag. He wanted something simple, yet profound, a symbol of unity, universality, and continuity. The 5 interlocking rings in blue, yellow, black, green, and red on a white background were to represent the colors of all the national flags in the world at that time. Olympic branding is unique for each edition of the Games, capturing the distinct cultural identity, heritage, and spirit of the host city and country. This individuality is reflected in various elements, from the logo and the mascot to the overall visual design and marketing campaign. Each host city's culture, history, and aesthetics play a crucial role in shaping the Olympic branding. For example, the 2008 Beijing Olympics featured a logo that incorporated traditional Chinese calligraphy and design elements to reflect that country's rich heritage. Similarly, in 2016, Rio de Janeiro Olympics used vibrant colors and flowing shapes to symbolize Brazil's lively culture and scenic landscapes. Olympic branding often integrates local art forms and symbols, providing a unique flavor to each edition of the Games. The Tokyo 2020 logo, designed by Isao Takolo, featured a traditional Japanese pattern called Ichimatsu Moyo, symbolizing unity in diversity. This approach not only honors the host nation's cultural assets, but also provides an authentic and memorable identity to the Games. While rooted in tradition, Olympic branding also embraces contemporary design trends and technological advancements. The London 2012 logo, designed by Wolf Ollens, broke away from the traditional forms with its bold, jagged design meant to capture the dynamism of modern London. Although controversial, it highlighted the organizers' intention to present a cutting-edge and youthful image. The unique branding of each Olympics aims to resonate with both global and local audiences. It serves as a bridge between the host city and the world, creating a sense of anticipation and excitement. Through thoughtful design choices, each Olympic brand seeks to convey the spirit of the Games, whether it's the wintry charm of Sochi 2014 or the tropical exuberance of Rio 2016. Despite the distinctiveness of each edition, there are consistent elements that tie the branding to the Olympic heritage. The use of the 5 interlocking rings, the Olympic motto, and the emphasis on values such as excellence, friendship, and respect provide a cohesive thread through the diverse visual identities. This balance of consistency and uniqueness ensures that while each Games has its own personality, it remains unmistakably part of the Olympic tradition. Creating an Olympic logo is a Herculean task. Designers often start with a deep dive into the culture, history, and aspirations of the host city. They aim to create a symbol that is both modern and deeply rooted in tradition. However, the journey is fraught with challenges, as illustrated by the Tokyo 2020 Olympics logo saga. The original Tokyo 2020 logo, designed by Kenjiro Sano, faced accusations of plagiarism from Belgian designer Olivier Deby, who claimed it closely resembled his logo for Théâtre de Liège. The controversy forced the Tokyo 2020 organizers to withdraw the logo suddenly and start anew. The replacement logo, designed by Isao Takolo, featured a traditional Japanese checkered pattern in indigo blue, symbolizing unity and diversity. While it was well received, the initial controversy had already cast a shadow over the branding process. He said in an interview, "When we started, we wanted something that felt both modern and deeply rooted in Japanese culture. It was a balancing act between innovation and tradition. The accusations of plagiarism were devastating. We had to go back to the drawing board under immense public scrutiny. Every line, every color choice was second-guessed." The design process for Olympic branding involves navigating a labyrinth of stakeholders, including corporate sponsors, national committees, and public opinion. The involvement of so many parties often leads to a diluted vision, where the designer's creativity is stifled by the need to appease various interests. If you've ever designed by committee, and some of you will know what I'm talking about, it's awful. Let's talk about the Paris 2024 logo. Designed to represent Marianne, a symbol of the French Republic, the logo aimed to be a modern interpretation of an iconic symbol. However, the abstract nature of the design received mixed reactions. And by mixed reactions, we mean a lot of people thought it sucked. Paris 2024 brand director Julie Metikin said, "We aimed for an abstract representation that would stand the test of time. However, abstract designs can be polarizing." Critics argued that the logo was too ambiguous and failed to capture the essence of the Olympics. Mark Wilson, the global design editor at Fast Company, said of the design, "The Paris 2024 logo felt like it was trying too hard to be avant-garde, losing the connection to the Olympics' storied past." The designers of the Paris 2024 Olympic logo have stated that the mark aims to represent Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic, and also resembles a flame to connect with the Olympic torch. They were attempting to convey modernity, tradition, and the spirit of the games. But if I'm looking at it critically, which, as a creative director, is literally my job, I see a few issues. Sadly, I wasn't consulted before launch, so we're a little late to help, but let's take a look at a couple of these issues, and then I'll make suggestions for improvement. The logo's abstraction is intended to be versatile and contemporary, but the actual result was ambiguity. Understandably, folks find it difficult to immediately recognize the elements representing Marianne and the Olympic flame. This lack of instant recognition weakens the logo's impact and memorability. I like to test these by closing my eyes and trying to draw the logo I've just seen. If I can't remember what's supposed to make it memorable, well, that's a problem. Lack of cultural symbolism. While I admire that they're trying to embody French national pride through Marianne, it falls short of representing French culture and heritage. It also doesn't convey the essence of Paris or Parisian culture and historical identity. It's just a poor imitation of the Rachel that went to a barbecue. The logo uses gold and white, which, while elegant, can blend too easily into certain backgrounds and lack the vibrancy needed to stand out in various media formats. This can be particularly problematic in digital applications where clear visibility is crucial. A test of this is to put the logo over about a 25% gray background. As you see here, the Olympic rings still pop, while the Rachel does not. Simplify the design to make the representation of Marianne and the flame more distinct. Clearer lines and shapes can help viewers instantly recognize these elements. For instance, a more defined silhouette of Marianne's face could be combined with a stylized flame that is unmistakably linked to the Olympic torch. Introduce additional elements that evoke the spirit of Paris. Incorporating subtle references to the iconic Parisian landmarks, even the obvious ones like the Eiffel Tower or the Arc de Triomphe, can strengthen the connection to the host city. This could be done in a way that integrates seamlessly with the existing design, perhaps through background or secondary motifs. Adjust the color palette to include a stronger contrast. Introducing a third color, such as a deep blue or a red, can help the logo stand out more effectively. This would not only improve on visibility, but also add a dynamic quality to the design. The new color could be used to outline or highlight specific elements, enhancing both clarity and appeal. Guys, I applaud your ambitious attempt to blend modernity with tradition. But next time, just call me, okay? Another pitfall in recent Olympic branding is the chase for trends. In an effort to appear contemporary, some designs have sacrificed timelessness for trendiness. The London 2012 logo, designed by Wolf Ollens, is a prime example of this. Its jagged, vibrant design aimed to capture the energy of London, but was seen by many as just too radical. Patrick Cox, a Wolf Ollens designer on the project, said, "We wanted something that felt alive, that captured the dynamic spirit of London. We knew it wouldn't be everyone's favorite, but we believed in its boldness." Despite their intentions, the logo faced significant backlash for its unconventional design and was even compared to a distorted swastika by critics. And there's the whole Lisa Simpson thing. Google it. Or maybe don't. For designers, branding their country's Olympics will likely be the most frustrating and stressful assignments of their careers because it is so much more than just a design project. It's a matter of national pride and identity. This means that the public engagement and investment in Olympic branding are crucial. Olympic branding is a symbol of national unity and pride. It encapsulates the host country's culture, values, and aspirations. The public sees the logo and other branding elements as reflections of their national identity, which makes them deeply invested in how these symbols are created and presented. The Olympics provide a unique opportunity for countries to showcase their culture and heritage to the world. The branding is a primary visual element that global audiences will associate with the host country. Therefore, citizens care greatly about how their nation is represented internationally. The public often has an emotional connection to the Olympics, stemming from memories of past games, national achievements, and shared experiences. This emotional investment means that they care passionately about how the branding makes them feel and how it resonates with their collective identity. When the public feels involved in the branding process, it fosters a sense of ownership and pride. This involvement can be through consultations, public votes on design elements, or incorporating public feedback into the final design. This participatory approach can lead to greater acceptance and celebration of the branding. Effective Olympic branding should encapsulate the unique cultural aspects of the host nation. The public, being the carriers of this culture, have valuable insights and perspectives that can enrich the design process. Their input ensures that the branding is authentic and resonates with both local and global audiences. Olympic branding becomes a part of a nation's historical legacy. Logos and mascots from past games are remembered and cherished long after the events have concluded. Public involvement in the creation of these symbols ensures that they hold lasting significance and are remembered fondly by future generations. The branding for the Olympics has a direct impact on tourism and the economy. Effective and appealing branding can attract visitors and investors, boosting the local economy. The public, who benefits from these economic opportunities, are naturally invested in ensuring the branding is successful and appealing. The process of creating and unveiling Olympic branding can be a unifying experience for a nation. It provides a common point of interest and pride, fostering social cohesion. Public involvement in this process can strengthen community bonds and national solidarity. So, what is the future of Olympic branding? How can designers balance creativity with the need for universal appeal? The answer lies in finding a core theme that resonates with both the host city and the global audience, and involving diverse voices early in the design process. When we start from there, the rest will fall into place. Olympic branding is a complex and high-stakes endeavor that involves balancing innovation with tradition, navigating a multitude of stakeholders, and meeting the high public expectations. While recent designs have faced criticism, they also reflect the evolving nature of design and the challenges of creating a visual identity that resonates on a global scale. As we look to future games, the hope is that designers can find that perfect balance, creating logos that are not only visually striking, but also timeless symbols of the Olympic spirit. Okay, you've heard my thoughts on the Paris 2024 branding. What do you think about it? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Olympic branding, be sure to subscribe. Next week, we'll be exploring the design history of the Rubik's Cube. Until then, why not invent a new sport for the 2028 Olympics? I mean, you can't do any worse than live pigeon shooting, which was a real event at the 1900 Paris Games. I'll be here when you get back. Okay.